Hey everybody, this is just a really quick video about how to use the Amaran 150C and 300C lights that we have in the department. So you may notice that these boxes look pretty much identical, and the stuff inside is pretty much identical as well. The only difference between these two lights is that the 150C has 150 watts of power, and then the 300C has 300 watts of power, which means it's twice as powerful as the 150C. So if you're looking for a really powerful key light or you're working outside, then the 300C is probably the way to go. But if you're just looking for just like a really subtle fill or anything that doesn't require too much light, the 150C is probably your best option. So yeah, those are the two differences. So to open either one of these boxes, what you do is you get these two little switches on the front and just pull them open like that with your thumbs, and then that will come open. And in terms of what's in the box, you've got the light itself, you've got this little kind of spotlight attachment, I'll talk about that in a second, and then you just got the wires and the power supply here as well. So when you get the light out of the box, it'll look a little bit like this, with the mount kind of parallel to it. But what you want to do to get it onto our light stand here is you just want to take this handle and just turn it anti-clockwise like this, and that will kind of unlock this little mount here. You'll be able to move it around like that, and then just turn it clockwise again until you feel it's flush, it's not moving. And then very carefully, with both hands, you just want to gently place it on top of the stand like this, and just turn this screw that's on the light clockwise until you feel it's flush. And just give it a quick wobble test, and it's on there. So do bear in mind, guys, if you're using one of these very thin kind of Westcott light stands that we have, and you're placing one of these Amaran lights on top, just do bear in mind that it's going to be very top heavy, which means that all the weight is kind of concentrated at the very top, which means it has a higher likelihood of toppling over. So what I've done is I've just popped a sandbag on the light stand legs there, and that's just going to even out the weight a little bit and just make it a little bit more stable. So the next step is to take off this little protective cover that's on the front of the light here, and just get this little spotlight attachment on instead. So the way we do that is we just take this little grey switch on the top right corner here, just pull it back, and then just twist this cover anti-clockwise, or clockwise rather, and just pop it to one side. Just probably put it in the box, just so it doesn't get lost. And then we've got our spotlight cone here, and we just want to line it up with the mount, and pull that switch back again, then twist it anti-clockwise like that. Just do a quick wobble test just to make sure it's in, and as you can see, it's now on the light. So in terms of connecting this up to power, we've got our AC cable that comes with the kit, just going into that socket over there, and that connects to our power supply, which looks a bit like a brick. and then that's connected to this little kind of Ursa cable. It looks a little bit like an XLR, but it's used for power. So to connect our cable to our light here, what we want to do is we just want to line up the 3 pins that we have on our cable there to the 3 pins that are on our light here. So just line it up like that, and it will power on like that. I should also mention that we've got just a little power switch next to the where the power goes in, so it just switches on like that. And before we switch a light on set, we always say striking, just to warn everybody on set that a light's going on. So I'll say striking, and our light's on. So on our light, we've got 2 basic modes, and they're the CCT mode, which is our kind of white balance mode, and then we've also got our hue mode, which means we can kind of go through all the colours on the colour wheel like that. We can go from purple to red to green and blue, etc. And then on our white balance mode, we can go all the way from 2500 Kelvin all the way up to about 7500 Kelvin. And I'll just leave it at 4800 Kelvin, which is fairly close to daylight balance. And then we can also control intensity using this left wheel here. And if we switch back to hue mode, oops, yes, we can do the same thing for hue mode, just control intensity using that left wheel there. So I'll just leave it at 40%. So when you're getting everything back into the box, I would recommend starting with this power supply and just popping it in like that with all the cables on top like that, and then just pop this AC cable on top like that. Hopefully you can do it a little bit neater than I have, but that's fine. And then with the light itself, you just want to make sure that this mount is parallel to the light and that it's facing this way as well. And hopefully it'll kind of just go in nicely like that. And then we can close our kit like that, and just pop those grey switches back in as well. That's about it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching.